And coming to you today from... Now a look at the stats for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Schroeder in at the point. And for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 2. Now here's Lillard after LeBron James's miss. And it's Lillard missing. Outside Gasol. Schroeder passes to Kuzma. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Lakers working the ball around now. And Kuzma slams it in.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player. It's Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Lillard against Schroeder. Kanter. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Now here's Schroeder. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. From 18 feet away, it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Pass to Gasol. He kicks it to Schroeder. Back to Gasol. 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Kuzma can't get it to go. Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Lillard outside. From deep three-point range, here's Kanter. Takes a 3. Trent gets the bucket.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
LeBron James on the wing. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Covington against Schroeder. Looking to end the run. And Kuzma slams it in.
You know, I think Kuzma's the kind of guy you've got to push out of the paint. When you don't, this is what happened.
The shot by Lillard wide open. And it's Lillard again missing. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Outside Gasol. Pass to Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Kuzma's got 6. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings midseason?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 16s, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
Here's Lillard. Here's Kanter. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Kanter's got his second basket of the night. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Lakers. It's a 3-point game. Caldwell Pope dishes to Gasol. Now Caldwell Pope still looking for his first bucket in this one. Kuzma passes to Gasol. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Boy, the confidence of Gasol on the block is really impressive to see. I mean, once he gets good positioning, he goes right to work.
And the basket by Lillard.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
Gasol against Kanter. Gasol kicks to James. Out to Kuzma. Misses off the right iron.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Lillard again missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
for the finish. And Kuzma slams it in.
You got to keep Kuzma in front of you, especially in transition. Once he gets behind you, it's done.
Lillard from deep three-point land. And James pulls it down.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Schroeder outside. The feed to Gasol. And that one goes long. It could go. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Trailblazer. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but deep.
When I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, LeBron James is out there with Morris. Then it's Montrezl Harrell, and it's Horton Tucker in at the two-guard spot. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Here's Simons taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. To the paint, here's Anthony. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Anthony's got his first points of the night.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the three spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Outside, Jones. Hood finds Jones. No good on that one. And the Lakers take it the other way. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, fought hard really all game long. And I'm thinking, you know, maybe a little couple minute surge there at the end would do it. But the inability to kind of really lock in down the stretch ultimately prevented them from coming away with the win.
Passes it to Horton Tucker. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Lakers?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Little comes in for Derek Jones. Here's Simons. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shot's good by Anthony.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Caruso, the pass to James. He feeds it to Harrell. Morris right side. Back to Harrell. Good D by Covington.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Now here's LeBron following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Over to the wing. It's Harrell, top of the key. Lakers passing it around. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. James has got the lead up to 3 now for the Lakers. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And stolen by Harrell. And here's the fast break. Covington with the steal. Here we go, all alone. Here's Hood. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Pushing it up. And he jams it with authority.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
the pass to Horton Tucker. To the inside. And Harrell slams it in.
Yeah, just showcasing his agility in these sets. Harrell's IQ and knowing when to slash is impressive.
Here's Simons. Pass to Covington. Down low. It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
And all right, a chance to check out stats for Covington. This past month, he's really set himself apart. 7th in steals, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Lillard misses. 2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
From deep. And it's Lillard missing. Lakers leading by 3. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Morris. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Jones looking for an opening, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Jump. Kyle Kuzma had no problems getting going. He had 8 points, 2 rebounds. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Kyle Kuzma displaying his skills today.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
They've got Enes Kanter, Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And here's Caldwell Pope after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Gasol finds Caldwell Pope. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Trailblazers shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Here's Trent, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
It's Kuzma penetrating. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And when he's inside, Gasol has such intensity. And oftentimes the defense will get sloppy trying to contest.
Gasol hits them both. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. 3-pointer, Lillard. That shot is off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
LeBron dishes to Caldwell Pope. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And the Lakers also making a change. Horton Tucker's checked in. Pass to Kuzma. Kuzma. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And the Lakers also making a change. Horton Tucker's checked in. Pass to Kuzma. Pass to Kuzma. Back to LeBron. They swipe it. Now it's Anthony running. He can go all the way. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
The drive by Schroeder. Pass to Kuzma. LeBron outside. Swiped away. And now Portland on the break. Out to Anthony. Back to Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
And the dunk by LeBron.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim. Knew he was going to get hit and still was able to finish.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. Markieff Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Lillard from outside cans it from downtown. Lillard's got 10 points in the quarter.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. He dishes it to Morris. Kicks it out to LeBron. And Anthony sends it back. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. James. A reverse. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Morris.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 15. And Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got his third basket of the night.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Harrell against Cantor. Morris kicks to Caruso. LeBron outside. 6 to shoot. In the corner, Harrell with it for the lead. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And stolen by Harrell. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Three-pointer, Lillard. Hood, the pass to Lillard. Makes it off the glass. Lillard's got 12 points in just the second half.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And Harrell slams it in.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Now, here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Outside Anthony. To the middle. Here's Little. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Here's Caruso. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. That quarter had to Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
We haven't given up any resistance at the other end.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the 1. Now here's Caldwell-Pope. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Shot clock at 6. The dish now to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact.
Here's Simons. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Kuzma kicks to Harrell. Shoots off the step back. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Back to Harrell. Rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. And it's blocked.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end. Love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
Now here's Schroeder. And the pass to Harrell. Schroeder with the ball. Covington with the steal. It's tipped. Here's Trent. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He said if we're going to pull this out, we have to do it as a team. We have to rely on one another, trust one another, and help one another. Let's go get this. Kevin, back to you.
And here's Schroeder after Damian Lillard was able to get the
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Gasol against Lillard. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Lillard dishes to Covington. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 5. And then Lillard slams it in.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
James outside. Kuzma left side. Back to LeBron. Poked away. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And the Trailblazers, another 3. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle sticks for the Trailblazers?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition. The magnitude of the moment not lost on LeBron James. He knows they needed a bucket there, and he's going to get it for them.
Now, here's Lillard. Here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
And his teammates love it. Canner taking charge on a huge possession. You can just see him brimming with confidence, not afraid of the big moment.
LeBron, no good. The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Sinks the triple.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
And here is LeBron. After Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Caldwell Pope passes to Gasol. Over Cantor. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Gasol.
That's a polished veteran who has just about seen it all. Gasol's able to keep his composure in these big moments.
Now here's Lillard. Kicks it to Cantor. Pass to Covington. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 5 to shoot. Here's Lillard. And that one hits back iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Jones, the pass to Cannon. Jones dishes to Covington. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Good!
Well, you've got to be attentive around Kuzma. You can't be casual. He's excellent at gambling appropriately and coming away with steals.
Lillard against Schroeder. Now here's Lillard. He's covered closely. It's in!
Boy, and just look at what Damian Lillard is doing.
Here's Schroeder. Pass to James. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
team, that's the match made in heaven for everybody in the comp community. My team, Pro-Am, like, they hear Ty's name from my team and my name just sparking around, like, let's see who's better when the money's on the line. That's what everybody wants to see. So I think this is going to help the community grow in the best way possible. Yeah, I can't wait to get to it.
There it is. I can't wait for this.
And let's take a look at the last handful of seasons and the steal number for Paul George.
And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see that he's gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D he was known for. That's an aspect of his game he needs to get back.
And the Clippers starting five. We've got Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Schroeder in at the one. Now here's James. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Gasol no good. George looking over the floor. Inside, Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Now, here's George after the miss from Dennis Schroeder. Here's Batum. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Kicks it out to Schroeder. 6 to shoot. Caldwell Pope outside. Over George. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted.
Wow, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
And how about Ibaka getting off the floor for that dunk? What a great finish.
Schroeder outside. Dishes to Gasol. Lakers passing it around. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Kuzma kicks it over to Schroeder. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. It's Gasol missing.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Leonard the pass to Ibaka. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 6 points for Serge Ibaka. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. Schroeder kicks to James. Pass to Gasol. Serge Ibaka pulls it in.
I think he's got to settle down, because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Great D that time from James. Lakers trail by 7. Back to Gasol. The pass to LeBron. Now Now Kuzma. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Offensive rebound. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Father Time has not caught up to LeBron James yet. This man looks like he is on a mission, and he continues to add to his legacy.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Clippers leading by 5. Pass to Kennard. Zubac kicks to Williams. Puts it up from 12. Zubac controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
James finds Harrell. Back to James. Morris, left side. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Left side, Williams. Down low. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers lead by 5. And the second quarter will... Well, Greg, we know he's already a solid scorer, but Kyle Kuzma spoke to us before.
The biggest area of growth would definitely be...
Now, having played with superstars, Kuzma is learning what it takes to win.
He's getting only so many shots per game, so I applaud him for finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Well, I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So the Lakers 5 right now. Morris is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's LeBron James. And it's Caruso in at the point. Kicks it out to James. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
I'll tell you, if you get caught napping on the defensive end, that first step of LeBron's is so explosive. Look out.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Lakers making a switch here. Dudley's checked in. From 13, Williams can't get it to go. Lakers trail by 3. Stolen by Jackson. Passes it to Zubac. Stolen away. Now the Lakers on the break. And Harrell slams it in.
How about the vision of Markieff Morris? Hits the open man, has a good feel for the game. Boy, this guy can do a lot of things.
Kennard finds Williams. Jackson has the open look. A three-pointer off the mark. And Morris has got the ball here for the Lakers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
You know what? There was a lot of standing around in that basketball game. Failing to move bodies and failing to move the basketball is a bad formula.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Out left to the wing. Pass to Caruso. Clock at 4. There's the pass to Harrell. Over Morris. Pass to Caruso. He dishes it to Dudley. Lakers working the ball around now. Horton Tucker. The pass to Morris. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Clippers leading by 3. There's Jackson with the 3. Rebound the Lakers. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Back to Morris to the paint. Outside Williams. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Caruso grabs the miss.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The kick out to Williams. Here's Zubats. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Zubats has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, the threat to score is real when Lou Williams has the ball, but he uses that to set up his passing game.
Morris, left side. Passes it to Horton Tucker. The dish to Dudley. On the wing, Morris. Poke loose. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Now let's take a moment to see the teams that lead the league in field goal percentage. Fourth, the Clippers.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And then for the Clippers, Serge Ibaka has checked in for Kennard. And Paul George is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Here's Caldwell Pope. Lays it up and banks it in. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Schroeder against Williams. On the wing, Morris. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. He feeds it to Williams. Good. And the Clippers lead by 5.
A small frame, but big game. Lou Williams in the paint.
And here's Schroeder. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Back to Gasol. Here's James. And the dunk by James.
Extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force. Morris finds Zubats. Here is Williams. Over James. The offensive rebound. Ibaka. And he can't jam it through. And a close game so far through the first. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5. And that'll do it for us, the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Oof. That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, this guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Batuma's out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2 spot. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got 5 now. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Caldwell Pope passes to Kuzma. Back to Caldwell Pope. Outside for Gasol. LeBron outside. Caldwell Pope outside. Over George. And he overshot that one, missing.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Outside for Batum. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Schroeder outside. James, the pass to Schroeder. The drive by James, and James throws it down hard.
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
George finds Leonard. Back to George. Everly with the ball. Pass to Batum. Crafty move. Back to Beverly from outside the arc. Kicks it out to Leonard. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Schroeder. Up and in on the layup. And now just a 5-point Clipper lead.
Well, Schroeder is 6'1" with a thin frame, but make no mistake, he's got balance and the ability to play through contact.
The pass to Batum. Leonard looking around. From 13, no good that time. And it's the Lakers the other way. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Here's Beverly. Feeds to Batum. Out to Ibaka. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Up next for him, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. And that will be game 3 of 6 played away from home. Pass to Schroeder. Lakers working the ball around now. Here's LeBron. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers leading by 5. The 3 from George. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. James has got his 4th rebound in this one. Kicks it out to Leonard. George against LeBron. George passes to Ibaka. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut back down again to 5. The basket that time coming from Marc Gasol. Beverly finds Ibaka. Outside, George. And it's Leonard at the elbow. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got his first basket.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
To the inside. Out to Kuzma. LeBron outside. Passes to Caldwell Pope. Back to James. Leonard with the steal. Up the floor. And he comes up with the deuce.
But you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Markieff Morris. Then it's Matthews. And it's Caruso in at the 1 spot. That's the Laker 5.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Morris dishes to Harrell. Pass to Caruso. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Caruso's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Shot from the top of the key. Williams can't hit.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Friday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Back to Williams. Down low. And the bucket is good. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Morris. LeBron comes in for Alfonso McKinney. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
And again, it's the Clippers missing. Lakers trail by 7. Caldwell Pope kicks to Kuzma. Shoots from the baseline. That's good from Caldwell Pope on the assist by Kuzma.
Solid elevation there. A consistent point of release, and KCP with excellent shot mechanics.
Outside, Batum. Morris passes to George. The kick out to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Batum. Tries it from the top of the key. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell. The Lakers on D. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Clock at 6. Morris dishes to Batum. Nice move.
Listen, still one of the elite defenders in the game, and certainly one of the most versatile. LeBron James doing defensive work.
Kicks it out to Schroeder. And there's the pass to LeBron. Tries again. And the rejection by Zubats. It's George on the wing. Misses the 3. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Lakers. Trailing by 5.
LeBron finding a way to come up with a ridiculous make in a huge situation yet again.
Morris outside. Back to Williams. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. Inside, outside for George. Back to Batum. Over Caldwell Pope. Again, Batum missing. Lakers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. To tie it up. Second shot opportunity. And it's Harrell missing.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
George against Kuzma. Pass to Zubats. Over in the corner, Williams. Nobody near George. Good. And a nice assist for Williams. And the Clippers lead by 6.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
Caldwell Pope outside. Passes it to Harrell.
about the confidence of Montrezl Harrell. Big-time delivery.
It's stolen by Schroeder. LeBron with it. Guarded now by Morris. And James throws it down.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. For the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. Leonard finds Batum. George with the ball. He's defended by Harrell. And George, here we go. It falls!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Kuzma passes to Caldwell Pope. LeBron outside. They that time from Leonard.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
I don't know if it's underplayed, but there's an all-around aspect to what Paul George does on a night-by-night basis. This guy is an elite two-way player. Well, you love a guy who gets himself to the line, takes his time, and makes the free throws. Complete professional.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it.
Sweet. What? Thunder.
Oh, he's down. He's down.
Legitimately insane.
It's just about game time. The Blazers never look more confident than they do right. And with it.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Lou Williams.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. They've got Enes Kanter, Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 2 spot. And for Los Angeles, Baca is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the small forward.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
And good that time. When you look at the regular season, Chris, was there a part that was more difficult, the start or the end, or maybe somewhere in between?
I would say it's somewhere in between, because the physical toll, is felt most down the stretch. But you get a time to refresh and renew and get back to it.
Here's Beverley, following the score by Damian Lillard.
When Beverley gets these shots inside, he's just remarkably efficient. He just has tremendous touch on these shots.
Lillard against Beverley. Here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Denver. The 11-footer. Here's Kanter. Another shot, and the rejection by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Kanter. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Nuggets in Denver. Trent passes to Jones. 6 to shoot. And Lillard kicks to Jones. Off target with his 3. Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Here's Leonard. Got it from 16 feet. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
And part of what makes Kawhi such a great player is that jump shot. You can't just worry about him attacking the basket.
Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
At the elbow, it's Ibaka. Back to George. Pass to Leonard. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. So, for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Portland also making some changes. Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And Los Angeles with some changes. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Paul George. Williams attacking. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Oh, as good as he is at creating his own shot, Kennard is also a solid distributor. He doesn't miss the open man when he spots it.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Clippers leading by 6. Outside Williams. Morris right side. Jackson dishes to Morris. Anthony against Williams. Morris. They get it back. Outside Jackson. 3-pointer. Williams can't get it to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Anthony. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
So for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington comes in for Cantor, and Hood subbed in for Jones. Now here is Morris. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Williams in the post, defended by Covington. High post, Zubac. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Trailblazers trail by 3. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. We've got 22 seconds left in the first. Pass to Kennard. Launches a 3. Good. And the nice assist for Williams.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Guarded by Jackson. Pass to Simons. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead by 6. We'll be back. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
They've got Jackson. Kennard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Williams at the 1. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And now the Clippers on the break. Morris with the ball. Kicks to Jackson. Zubac, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Zubac has got his first bucket in this one.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Hood, the pass to Lillard. To the paint, it's stolen by Morris. On the wing, Jackson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Morris passes to Kennard. The kick out to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Morris, no good. And so Hood will bring it up for Portland. 9-point game. That's a 2 from Lillard. Anthony finds Lillard. Puts it up, and the rejection by Zubac. And Kennard wide open. He shoots, but they get it back. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Trent. Trailblazers trail by 9. Lillard outside. The pass to Trent. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Go figure is right. This is his first chance at the line tonight. And he makes the first.
And, you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
Simons, he's checked in for Portland. Rodney Hood comes in for Damian Lillard. It's stolen by Ibaka. Everly with the ball. Now guarded by Hood. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
To the middle. Anthony down low, defended by Batum, and that one good.
Well, you can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense. Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Beverly against Hood. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Anthony.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Damian Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Here's George. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Beverly dishes to Leonard. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here's Lillard. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game. That's tipped.
And Beverly just goes all out on defense, which is what allows him to come up with these rejections.
That's good for George on the assist from Batum. George has got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles. To the wing right side. Lillard the pass to Simons. 23 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Anthony, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
And Leonard has it in the corner. With 4 seconds on the clock, and it's blocked. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 11. Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers? That's all for now.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Portland, we've got Damian Lillard. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Trent in at the 2. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard's got the ball.
And boy, he's got terrific feel on that jump shot. That's how George knocks down those catch-and-shoot jumpers in the blink of an eye.
Lillard with it. The 3 ball. That shot off the mark. Clippers leading by 13. Pass to George. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverley. And a switch here also for Portland. Rodney Hood's checked in for Derek Jones.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. George with no one around. No good on the triple. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Hood, the pass to Trent. Lillard left side. Feeds it to Covington. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
He's looking for Leonard and finds him. To the inside. Here's Zubac. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Morris is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. Hood against Williams. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
Yeah, plenty of power behind Cantor's inside moves. Helps him overcome whatever D he encounters.
Williams passes to Morris. Back to Williams. Wants to get it to Morris and does.
While the shooting of Morris provides his...
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
5 on the clock. Here's Hood. Up again. And Covington stays with it. Covington's got his second basket.
Oh, hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. George passes to Morris. Trailblazers trail by 17. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Off target from outside. Clippers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Morris finds Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Covington against Morris. Hood, the pass to Little. Basket, good.
Oh, the awareness on display. Hood just isn't a good scorer. He's also skilled at getting it to his open teammates.
Come get it, come get it.
Here's Williams. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Williams has got 5. It'll count. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles taking a 19-point lead into the break. And it's been their rugged. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Batuma's out there with Kennard. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Jackson in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Superb form. Leonard has the mid-range shot on lockdown.
Pass to Jackson. The 10-footer cuts off the pass. Here's Anthony. Not going to go that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Beverly finds Jackson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Jackson's got his first basket of the night.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Beverly against Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
And Ibaka kicks to Kennard. And a miss there on the triple.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Lillard with the bucket.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
Man, how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Left side, Ibaka. Over Little. It's tipped. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Lillard's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Lillard comes with the double team. Jackson dishes to Beverly. Down low, here's Batum. Passes it to Kennard. Beverly wide open. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Los Angeles with another miss. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Really taking advantage of every scoring opportunity. They've somehow found a way to make this thing exciting.
Outside Jackson. Back to Ibaka. No good again that time.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Great positioning on the putback. Little's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Trailblazers.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Oh, yeah, they still got work to do, but what a job they've done to get back into this.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Jones is checked in. Williams kicks to Leonard. To the paint. And Morris throws it down.
Morris really rises up for these jams, leaving no mistake as he finishes with the throw.
Lillard against Williams. Lets it go. Williams with the block. And he gets it back. Lillard the pass to Little. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 5 from downtown. Rebound by Williams.
His touch has been off tonight, and now his judgment is off too. I mean, come on. It's not a smart shot.
Back to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Zubac kicks to Williams. George against Lillard. George passes to Morris. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. George, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now George. Outside Williams. 35 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Looking for George. He gets it there. George double teamed. In the corner, it's Morris. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And the Clippers lead by 11.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Man, when you're playing from behind, that's the last thing you want to do. Make matters worse.
Man passes to Williams. The three. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Some good cop. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for
Next week, Atlanta is hosting the All-Star Game, and while we can't be there, that doesn't mean we can't join in the fun.
We'll have a special All-Star themed interactive episode, so make sure you brush up on your All-Star trivia and meet us back here next Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific.
A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Let's take a look at...
Oh! Yes, sir. Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim, that time on display.
Outside Covington, and stolen by Kuzma. And here we go, fast break. James has got it, and finished off by LeBron.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Nice shot by James.
LeBron James out, sprinting up the floor, his 16th season, still getting after it.
Lillard against Schroeder. Lillard dishes to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Here's LeBron. No good there. Good D by Jones.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively. And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would... Look at that.
LeBron exploiting the defense once again, knowing when to slash, and gets himself to the rim.
Lillard against Schroeder. Lillard attacking. Lays it up off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Pass to Covington. Jones kicks to Lillard. From deep three-point range, the Trailblazers rebound. Cantor, the pass to Covington. Chalk up two there.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Schroeder outside, pass to LeBron. And LeBron throws it down.
Well, and he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure power.
Yeah, we could feel that one all the way over here. Lillard attacking, and he gets the basket. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Morris passes to Horton Tucker. Back to Morris. Passes it to Horton Tucker. Just 5 on the clock. Anthony with the block.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block.
Lillard way outside. Kept alive. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Schroeder. No points in the game yet for him. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, fighting through some defense right there. Schroeder showing some offensive confidence right now.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. They trailed by 1. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
Probably looking for more of the same here. As we know, a deep bench so crucial to any team's success.
And it's Simons missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Caruso kicks it over to Schroeder. Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. To the right side. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
I see him. Switch.
Lillard scanning the floor. To the paint. And it's sent back by Morris. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. There's the pass to Caruso. Morris right side. Lets it go from deep. Drills the three-pointer. Now here's Lillard. And stolen by Harrell. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked.
I know that when the main guy.
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. We've got Hood. Ennis Cantor is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Anthony. And it's Simons in at the 1. A lot of great talkers over the years. Trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg? Or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that.
Pass to Cannon. Unloads from 13. Morris with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Caldwell Pope passes to Morris. And the basket is good. And it's an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Cantor got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Well, this is the area where Cantor can really unleash his offensive arsenal. Difficult guy to defend inside.
It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Morris finds Caldwell Pope taken away. Here's Hood. The teardrop falls in. And now just a 4-point Laker lead.
A little flare there from Rodney Hood, connecting on a rare floater from him.
Caldwell Pope passes to Caruso. Lets it go with a 3. And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And it's the Lakers on the break. Goes up. Finishes the break with a slam.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That's his first foul. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Jones is checked in. Anthony on the wing. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Kuzma kicks to James. For three, Caldwell Pope. The putback, and Kuzma stays with it. Kuzma's got his second basket of the game.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Hood, the pass to Simons. Anthony, no one around. Off target from three-point range.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope finds Gasol. James in the post. No good. And it's Portland the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
Well, they had the home fans worried for a little bit. I know that.
And James gets it to go.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Here's Simons. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Banked in off the glass. James has got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
Uh-oh. It's one of those nights for LeBron James, just setting the place on fire right now.
And here's Anthony for 3. But they'll get another chance. Jones kicks to Anthony. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Drains it from beyond the arc. Anthony's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, Melo has had a 40% year shooting from beyond the three-point mark, and so you got to respect that ability.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has it.
Oh, that was huge!
Incredible.
Power personified right there in number 23, LeBron James. Wow.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he's there at 71 from the line this season, probably below where you'd like to see him.
Portland with the ball. 8-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them. Trent passes to Little. Nobody near Lillard. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to it.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 17 points.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. That's the Laker 5. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Good on the triple. Lillard's got 8.
And we know it. We've seen it. Lillard's range extends well beyond the three-point line. Hard to keep a hand in his face from that far out.
Stolen by Cantor. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And that dunk reverberated throughout this entire building.
It sure did. Up high and down hard on the windmill flush. The Lakers making a switch here. Horton Tucker's checked in. Well, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oh,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's
that is.
got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. I'm going to agree with you.
I'm just trying to think of how many times LeBron looks like he's off balance or in a spot he doesn't want to be. Doesn't happen all that often. 2 more there.
Pass to Trent. He kicks to Lillard. Covington in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Cantor able to finish.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Here's James. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Got to be careful once LeBron breaks the seal of the free throw line. There's a lot of power and a lot of muscle coming at you. Usually it ends up with free throws.
Some changes for the Lakers. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Marc Gasol. And Morris subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Lillard, the pass to Covington, kicks it to Cantor. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard misses.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Harrell trying to free himself up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
This is the all-around game of LeBron James. Dominant scorer, great rebounder, incredible passer, and an intense defender when he wants to be.
Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Trailblazers trail by 11. Here's Lillard. And the rejection by Harrell. They get it back, and it's Lillard on the follow. Lillard's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And look at it, a significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
LeBron dishes to Morris. James kicks it over to Schroeder. LeBron outside. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight. And the technical free throw is good. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rodney Hood's checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. Here's Caruso. Morris passes to Schroeder. Back to Morris. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 6th assist on the night.
Well, a definite strength of Schroeder. Seems to have a knack for knowing when to get rid of that ball.
Feeds it to Anthony. Makes it off the glass. Anthony's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Schroeder against Cantor. Passes to Caruso. Wants to get it to Morris and does. And Morris throws it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And the pass to Trent from deep. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. James is checked in. Timeout called the Lakers. On defense, the Lakers. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Portland again missing.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
The Lakers have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. Down low. James right side. Anthony with the block. They recover it. Pass to Schroeder. And here is Morris. The second chance effort. Kicks it out to LeBron. They shoot again. Rebounded by Hood. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Another shot. Here's Caruso. Covered by Hood. Basket counts. Morris has got 6 in the quarter. We've got 22 seconds left in the third. Pass to Anthony. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. James in the post, and he banks in the layup. James has got 15 points here in the second half.
Well, LeBron right through the defense this time. Incredible at finishing off that one.
And stolen by Harrell. And so it's Los Angeles, holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. The scoring has... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland, they've got Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 2-guard. Trailblazers trail by 18. Lillard fires away from way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Great job there getting the defense to commit one way, and then Lillard has the body control to pull up the other. Nails the quick jumper.
And LeBron James gets it to go. James has got 34.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Lillard fires away from way outside. No good with the triple. Lakers leading by 17. James in the post, defended by Covington. Second shot opportunity. That one's not going to go. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Lillard. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
It's stolen by Anthony. Lillard attacking. Yep, that one goes. 19 points in the game.
And there's the problem. Lillard just too quick and too shifty to stop cold on any dribble drive.
Tipped away. James dishes to Gasol. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Free throw, no good for LeBron. And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the game, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree.
Bully ball in action as Melo gets himself way deep into the paint where he knows he can score.
LeBron kicks it over to Schroeder. Back to LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
Here's James. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 8th assist in the game. Trailblazers trail by 19. Lillard left side. And Gasol sends it back. It's stolen by Jones. Covington passes to Lillard. From deep. And James pulls it down. James has got his 4th rebound in this one. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
James in the post, working on Jones, and it's good for 2.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Lillard. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Kyle Kuzma picks one up. Ray, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact and what was like go on the floor to what we're seeing now when there seem to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage of play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a legal guarding position, let them do their job. You know, eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our era. There's more space. The court, in that sense, is bigger. You're out there kind of on your own, man, and these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been look at that.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Lillard the pass to Little. To the inside, Cantor. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Tries again. And it's Lillard missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the 4th quarter. Really getting it done. Dudley finds Gasol. Knocked away. It's stolen by Little. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. 41 seconds left in the game. He misses the free throw.
But you got quicks, you got instincts, and you got aggression. Damian Lillard capable of taking over just about any time he wants.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Oh, that was something else.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Lillard outside. Shot clock at 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Here's James. Good, he hits again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And the outcome. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
This is the 2KMC, and this is also your chance to learn about the upcoming events in.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives head. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. The clip.
There's been a transformation here in L.A. There is no doubt about that. D.A., thank you. And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Schroeder in at the 1. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the center. Now, here's Kuzma. Schroeder passes to Gasol. Kuzma, right side. And the layup's good off the glass. Greg, too early to start talking about MVP for this year or midseason?
You know, we've gotten to a point now where we start talking MVP at the start of the season. You know,
yeah, right.
People just love to talk sports at this point, especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual awards out there. I think you can make a case and sway some opinions with your play this time of year, but I like to let it all play out before I start focusing on that.
Things can change in a hurry, can't they, in a season?
Yes, they can.
Like you say, let it play out. Clippers with the ball. Following the bucket by the Lakers. Such a wide open look.
Well, Serge Ibaka added this aspect to the game. Came in as a shot blocker, but worked so hard to become an offensive threat.
LeBron kicks to Caldwell Pope. Schroeder outside. Pass to Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Well, coaches love seeing this from Dennis Schroeder. Recognize the situation, find the open teammate.
Schroeder against Beverley. Here's George. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game.
Well, we're talking about a multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Huge hands, creates lots of turnovers.
Here's Caldwell Pope after the Clippers pick up 2. LeBron passes to Caldwell Pope. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now, here is George. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance. Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Kuzma passes to Schroeder. Kuzma against Batum. There's the dish to Gasol. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, Marc Gasol will never back away when he's got that kind of interior position.
Outside, George. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Batum, good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
LeBron kicks to Gasol. Schroeder passes to Gasol. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Gasol. Lakers working the ball around now. Ibaka with some nice D.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Leonard in the corner. George with it. Off target with the open look.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. And James throws it down hard.
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
Now here's Beverley. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. George dishes to Ibaka. And George kicks to Beverly. 16 feet away. And too long on the shot. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Outside Leonard. 30 seconds left to play in the first. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Kuzma passes to Gasol. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Kuzma. Stolen by George. Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard's got the ball with a step back. That one doesn't drop.
Well, what a stop by Patrick Beverly. One of the most aggressive, intense defenders in the league, regardless of size.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback shoes.
Old school basketball. Yeah.
Well, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game.
Yes.
Goodness.
Just a phenomenal drive to the basket by LeBron, an expert at completing these drives through contact.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Williams looking around. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
A small frame, but big game. Lou Williams in the paint.
The Lakers on offense. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
6 on the shot clock. Morris passes to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
How about the vision of Markieff Morris? Hits the open man, has a good feel for the game. Boy, this guy can do a lot of things.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. Here's Jackson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Shoots it. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. The Lakers in the lead. Here's LeBron. Misses from short range.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Yeah, whacking James like the D does there is the right move. I mean, especially when you consider how strong he is.
Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Here's Caruso. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Jackson passes to Morris. Back to Jackson. From down in the low post, it goes.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Pass to Horton Tucker. Lakers passing it around. LeBron kicks to Harrell. Kennard against James. And Harrell slams it in. Harrell's got the lead up to 4 now for the Lakers.
Oh, the grit right there. Montrezl Harrell simply wanting that offensive rebound more than anyone else.
Now here's Williams. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
Kicks it to James. Passes it to Caruso. Knocks it loose. Williams with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Kennard for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. James has got 4 rebounds in this game. The pass to Horton Tucker. James against Zubac. Stolen by Zubac. The 17-footer. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Jackson's got the game tied up here for the Clippers. Lakers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. James up top. Kennard covering. Morris. He hits it from 9. Morris has got his first points of the game.
Well, Markieff Morris likes to get his points without having to put the ball on the deck.
Outside Jackson. Back to Morris. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Here's LeBron. Oh, my goodness. Wow. What a play.
If LeBron gets speed at the rim, it takes a couple of steel walls to slow him down. And even then, he'll finish the job.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Lakers ahead, up 2.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Batuma's out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Lakers shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. Caruso, the pass to Matthews. Pass to Horton Tucker. To the middle. Here's Caruso. Morris with the bucket. And the Lakers lead by 4.
But how about the balance, the effort? Markieff Morris takes the hit, still able to convert.
Outside, George launches it. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Caruso. Morris passes to Horton Tucker. Knocked loose. 6 to shoot. He kicks to Matthews. Harrell dishes to Matthews. They get the rebound. Passes it to Caruso. And there's the pass to Horton Tucker. Over George. The kick out to Matthews. Here's Caruso. They get it again. Leonard against Matthews. Clock at 6. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
Terrific activity from Paul George. Sticks his long arms in and mucks up the passing lanes.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Matthews. Here's Horton Tucker. Down low, Paul George with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Harrell down low, defended by George. And again, the Lakers no good.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Lakers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Count it. And the Lakers lead by 2.
Amazing when he's inspired. Morris shows some sneaky good passing skills.
Leonard against Matthews. Leonard dishes to George. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Schroeder finds Kuzma. Connects on the 9-footer. Kuzma's got 6.
And good seeing Kuzma work on that part of his game. Very confident once he gets close.
To the inside, here's Morris. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Gasol. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 3rd assist on the night. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1. George passes to Williams. That shot, no good. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Fast break, the Lakers. Here's James. Here's Kuzma. Kicks it out to James. Goes back up. The shot will not fall. Excellent D there from George. Clippers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the 3rd quarter. 4 of 8. The offensive rebound. Pass to Morris. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Zubac. Just 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. Outside Leonard. Offline with his 3. Here's Caldwell Pope, and that one released in time, but no good.
One of the best defensive players in the entire league, Kawhi Leonard, so hard to...
We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Lakers lead by 1. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. And on the court for the Lakers to start the 4th. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Gasol at the center position. James kicks to Gasol. Back to James. Shoots over Leonard. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. George has got the ball. That one. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's sent back by Leonard. And the shot is good. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Outside, George, and Leonard has it in the corner. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And the Clippers lead by 1.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Left side, Gasol. And James throws it down hard.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Morris finds Zubats. Clippers moving the ball around. George against Caldwell Pope. Count that bucket. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Schroeder outside. He feeds it to Gasol. No good off the back of the rim. Clippers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Williams passes to Zubats. Outside, George from deep three-point range, and James pulls it down. LeBron's got his 7th rebound here tonight. They get a hand on it, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. For the Clippers, Serge Ibaka. He's checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. And the Lakers also making a change. Harrell's checked in. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
And Beverley kicks to Ibaka. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Batum. Trying to get open as Ibaka. A shot by Batum. No good. The drive by James. Dishes it to Schroeder. Back to LeBron. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Harrell trying to free himself up. LeBron with the bucket.
We all know LeBron wants to take these shots. When the pressure is at its highest, he does not shy away from making the play his team needs.
George looking around. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
These are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
Caldwell Pope against George. LeBron passes to Schroeder. Stolen by Beverley. Outside Leonard. Count it.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And the Lakers call time here. They're behind by 3. 52 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
Ibaka outside. 6 to shoot. Back to Beverly. Count it!
And they do have a foul to give.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Back to Kuzma. Right wing. And Dudley kicks to Kuzma. And the Lakers call time here. They trail by 3. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Now the pass to Caruso. Can't knock in the 3. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball. In fact, David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Hey, man, March 6th can't come soon enough. We're going to show the community what defense can do, man. Splash is the best offensive player, but we finna show the community that defense matters too, man. Splash is my guy. We got business to handle.
Yes, sir. We made it through all the obstacles. I told y'all, no problem. We finally at the top. I told Tommy we at the top months ago, man.
And coming to you today from Portland, Oregon. And nothing.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Jones. And it's Trent in at shooting guard. Now here's Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. And Covington with the basket on the assist by Lillard. And it's pretty clear that Adam Silver would like to implement, Chris, a mid-season tournament. What do you think would motivate teams for something like that?
Man, it depends, Kevin. It could be money, or it can make the games count extra, or different seeding or position of seeding in the playoffs. These days, I guess it wouldn't hurt to try.
Here's Batum. Damian Lillard pulls it in. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
It's one of those games where home court played a big role. There might have been a different result if they were in their own building.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Nuggets in Denver.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around it, just his effort level was off the charts.
Here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Stolen by Beverley. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. Leonard, no luck. And so just over a minute and a half played. Lillard attacking. Oh, that's blocked.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes to shot block.
Count that one. Leonard's got his second basket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now, here's Lillard. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game.
Well, Lillard is as tough as there is to contain in the pick and roll. He does a nice job of using the screen to get a little bit of separation.
Leonard against Jones. Leonard inside. Ibaka, the pass to George. Offensive rebound. And Batum kicks to Beverley. Inside. Second shot opportunity. And Leonard with the lay-in. Leonard's got his third bucket of the night. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lillard against Beverley. Lillard outside. No good on the 3. And so Ibaka, he'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Leonard dishes to Batum. Pass to Beverley. Outside Leonard. There's the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Outside Covington. Lillard outside. For the 3. Lillard again missing.
He just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding though and looking for the best shot possible.
So for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Now, here is George. He's coming off a 13-point game against Memphis.
Yeah, and his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
To the paint, here's Leonard. That shot missing. Good D by Covington. Simons surveying the D. He kicks it to Kanter. Hood, the pass to Covington. Williams against Hood. Over Williams. Portland no good that time either.
Oh, you expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Leonard, the pass to Zubats. Back to Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
And with a good mix of power and agility, Leonard can throw it down with the best of them.
Down low, stolen by Zubats. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Nobody near Williams. And it's off from three-point range. Trailblazers trail by 4. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds to Portland. I'll retain possession. And stolen by Williams. It's Jackson with the drive. Lays it up and banks it in.
Now, whenever Jackson is driving, the D is nervous. He is just brilliant at completing his drives to the rack.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Luke Kennard out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubats. And it's Williams at the point. Zubats finds Williams. The 15-footer. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Williams has got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Here's Simons. Good work defensively by Morris. A different look now for Portland. Jones checked in for Cantor. Little comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a roll out on this team.
The shot's good from Kennard.
The range on Kennard's shot just keeps getting better. He's a real threat at the arc.
Lillard from deep three-point land, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Lillard's got his second basket of the night.
And Simons a bit undersized at that 2-guard position, only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. Trailblazers trail by 11. Three-pointer, Lillard, and another 3 for Portland.
That's his second three-pointer of this quarter after not getting any in the first.
And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as many as 14 points. And Portland making a change here. Trent's checked in. Jackson kicks to Batum. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Portland's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Nobody near Lillard. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Lillard's got 8 points here in this quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Jackson passes to Batum. To the wing on the left. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 2 points. That one goes. Ibaka's got his first 2 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Lillard against Beverley. Great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Jackson finds Ibaka. Back to Jackson. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first half. And the shot is good. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are three guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Lillard against Beverly. Lillard left side. Clock at 6. But they recover it. 51 seconds left to play here in the half. It's stolen by Ibaka. Outside Jackson. And he makes good on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Lillard scanning the floor. And it's blocked by Ibaka. It's deflected. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Anthony. Robert Covington comes in for Little. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And then for Los Angeles, Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Paul George in for Reggie Jackson. Good on the shot.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And it's George missing. It's stolen by Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
And not the most flamboyant dunker, but Ibaka goes to the rack with rude intentions nonetheless.
And so it's Los Angeles in the...
Carmelo, first half in the books. What do you need to focus on in the second?
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 8 points. Looking at the Paul George trade last year, he crossed an under. And that'll do it.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Here's George. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. They've got Derek Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the 2. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. And now Portland on the break. Shoots the 3. The rebound by Ibaka. Los Angeles leading by 8. George with the ball. Now Covington defending. Ibaka dishes to George. Kicks it out to Leonard. High post Ibaka. 3 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Up again. George trying to break free. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 10.
I just love the aggressive attitude of Batum, especially how hard he hits the boards.
Here's Lillard. And 2 free throws coming up. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Trent can't hit.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Oh, man, you just want to go find some place to hide, man. It's almost impossible to miss that.
Leonard the pass to Ibaka. And George kicks to Leonard. Over Jones. Ibaka controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Goes up at the stripe. Off the left rim and out.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Leonard dishes to Ibaka. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And stolen by Lillard. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball. He gets that one.
They needed that. They were getting a little tense after starting the half 0 for 3.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Beverly finds Leonard. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
And Portland making a change here. Hood's checked in. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
Don't sleep on Williams's ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Williams is running. The 10-footer pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Leonard's got 10.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Leonard, no luck.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
He lost his first 3 of the second half after nailing 2 in the first. They don't want to let this fella get going.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for Los Angeles. Up next for him, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That will be the 3rd of the 6-game road trip. And George kicks to Williams. The shot missing. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. The shot's good from Cantor.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Morris finds Williams. Fires at the elbow. And the Clippers miss again. Trailblazers trail by 8. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Anthony can't hit. LA's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Outside for George. They get it back. Back to Williams. Over Anthony. And the Clippers miss again. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that and a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Williams is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Zubats in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Clippers leading by 6. And the pass to Williams. On the wing, Morris. Kicks to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen. Can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting from the field. 44%, not bad. Lillard outside. Little passes to Lillard. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That's his first foul. Here's Lillard. Five to shoot. Anthony trying to get open. And Lillard throws it down.
All right, I'm telling you, don't let Lillard get in rhythm. Once he's feeling it, he's going to burn you on every possession.
We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Williams, drilled from 11 feet out. And the Clippers lead by 9.
And just a fluid offensive talent with really a knack for getting to his spots. Williams so hard to keep up with.
Williams against Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
Outside Leonard. Pass to Kennard. Back to Leonard. Here's Kennard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Zubats, that's good. Zubats has got his first basket.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
Lillard against Williams. Lillard attacking. Passes it to Little. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Leonard kicks to Williams. Back to Leonard. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. And that's 15 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And the fact that Leonard can pour it in like tonight, in addition to his defense, is really why he's one of the best two-way players we've ever seen.
Lillard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
What you love about Leonard is his drive. He wants to keep improving. He's a super competitive player.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Kennard. A three from Leonard. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Lillard outside. From deep. They grab their own miss. And Covington stays with it.
Can't forget about Covington in these moments. He relishes any chance to knock down big shots.
Williams scanning the floor. Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
But Lillard, he's an exceptional player. He's a guy you trust to make the right decision in these moments.
Beverley with the ball. Now Covington defending. The Clippers again turning it over.
Oh, no. Don't tell me. He just didn't do that, did he? A critical point of the game, and he makes just about the worst mistake possible.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Kevin Gelly's checked in, and Georgia subbed in for Leonard. And it's Lillard missing.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
There's 57 seconds left in the game. On the wing, Williams. Ibaka dishes to Beverly. From outside, off the mark. That's a 2 from Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Oh, the defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot.
Beverly against Lillard. Outside Williams. Shoots over Covington. Yes!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
That's a 2 from Lillard. And Covington stays with it.
An absolute baller. When the game is up for grabs, Covington wants to be the guy to take it.
George with the ball. Off on that one. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do